Hello Capricorn, welcome to your October goal reading with Dafa and Tarot. I've already done the Dafa and it came in, your first mantra came in Obara Ashe. Hearing what others are saying will make your words more powerful. This is the month where instead of thinking of what you're going to say as somebody's talking to you, you're going to need to pause that button. You're going to need to hear what they're saying and then take a couple seconds to think about it and then respond. That's going to make your words more powerful because you're going to have less miscommunications this month if you do that. And your E-ray came in Owanran OD. Changing your perspective will create new opportunities. So again, it's about talking and communication. So communication seems to be really important. I'm going to read the third one and then I'm going to go back because that one also does communication, and that's your Iewo if you're in negativity. Now I try to read how to stay out of that, and here is your mantra to stay out of the negative parts of the month. Choose your battles. Fighting over who is right doesn't make anybody right. And because it came in Ashe Irete. So you got two mantras with Ashe, and that is the power in your words. So your words are like really important this month. And again, you may think you are absolutely right. You may be hearing somebody, what they say, and you know exactly what you want to say back, and maybe you feel like arguing or whatever it is about that because you're right, darn it. This is not the month to worry about whether you are right or not. You can still feel you are right all you want. There is nothing wrong with feeling like you're right. The difference is this month is pausing the outflow of words. Just pausing that. Trying to hear what the other person's saying, because believe it or not, they think they're right. And maybe they are. And maybe they're not. And maybe you're both right because their version of right is good for them and your version of right is good for you. But you're never going to understand their version if you don't pause and really listen, and then that's actually your E-ray, to be able to listen and see their perspective, where they're coming from. It's going to be your greatest opportunity because it's going to allow you more opportunities and probably let you have better relationships. It's really nice when you can actually understand your partner, and that's not always easy to do. Or people at work or in any situation, because it doesn't define this as just your partner. It could be a relationship at work or people at work or wherever your circle it ends up. It could be with anyone, but with the fighting and the choose your battles, a lot of times that does deal with a partner. Okay, so that is your Dafa for the month. Your biggest goal is wisdom. Amazing, because that really does tie in with the Dafa. A wise man can sit back and know his own mind and pay attention to the mind of others. Puts you in a much better position. All right. It says, the angel message says, decide to be happy now. Okay. All right. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. Nice. So when you're looking at people and their perspective, you're probably going to realize that most people don't have evil intentions. They want to be happy just like you want to be happy. And sometimes putting those two kinds of happiness together can make a much better picture for both of you. And a card came out. That's funny. You have the 10 of Cups, which is the Happy Family card. Again, I think a lot of you will be dealing with your personal relationships. And this is going to actually hopefully empower you in them to create happier, healthier lifestyles for both you and your partner. All right. Might actually get you to call in some of the things you've been wanting. Because again, now I've got 2 other cards, and one of them is the Queen of Cups. So that's calling in your happiness. And the Knight of Pentacles is charging forward with your resources. Both of them help for the happy family. So that's kind of neat. You don't expect those cards to come out, but every so often some cards just end up being flipped away from the rest of the deck and they come to the top. And okay. All right, so your first card of your regular tarot reading is the Hanged Man. Then you have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. You have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles, you have Justice, and you have the Four of Swords reversed. You have the Page of Pentacles. You have the Two of Swords reversed. And finally, you have the Three of Cups. So a lot of people have a lot of changes going on this month, a lot of signs so far. Actually, every sign I've read has had a lot of changes going on. A lot of growth is happening this month for, looks like, a lot of people. And your sign is no different, but your sign has a really neat way of dealing with it, unlike other signs, because your words are really powerful this month. I mean, everybody's words are powerful, but yours seems to be ringing through. And your change of perspective is really important, because changing your perspective will create new opportunities. And the first thing you have on your physical realm is the Hangman, and that is learning new perspective. On the bottom, you have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So you may be feeling like there's constraints on your time, constraints on your resources, and things that make you happy. Although this is not a cup card, so this is a resource card, so it's mostly just resources. And that's in the background, but you still have a new perspective, and with that new perspective, I think it's going to come a lot of growth in a lot of ways. On your emotional side, though, it looks like you're attempting to put a wall up and not connect to others. This would be where you're trying. This would be when I would guess that when you would go into the Iowa, where you're choosing that you're right and you don't want to hear the other person. So try to see if you can circumvent that part. But in the background, you have the resources. You may resist at times. It's really hard sometimes when you think you're in a heated moment to set that down. It can be very difficult, which is a resistance to that. So emotionally, though, it will serve you if you can get around that. Mentally, you're the Two of Swords, so you're trying to keep a balance this month, which a lot of people are getting that they're trying to keep the balance this month. And again, I think it's because there's so much growth opportunities for everybody right now that keeps coming up along with the Justice card. So karma's coming in, fairness is coming in, things you've worked for, things you've done, things you've put out there, they're coming in. So if you've procrastinated, it might be coming in. If you've gone full force and not procrastinated, things should be coming in. If you've worked hard on relationship and communication, that should be coming in. If you don't give a darn, that might be coming in. So just remember to try to focus on the things that you want and really put forth effort into obtaining those. In your spiritual arena, you have the Two of Cups inverted, as well as the Four of Swords inverted. So there's resistance in connecting. And again, your relationship's really important this month, because if you can connect to your soulmate, your loved one, that is really powerful to connecting you in a different way to the universe, to your ancestors. And with that, you have the Four Swords inverted. So it's resistance to connecting to all of that. So just be mindful of those connections, and they are important. All right. On your current situation, it shows that the Page of Pentacles, so you're young on this one, so you're moving forward with resources. You haven't matured on the resources that you're moving forward. Maybe you have goals and you're beginning them, and maybe you see a little bit of the resources that are coming in. As you mature in that, they will grow. Your biggest obstacle is the Two of Swords inverted. I discussed that. It's the balance card. So this does tip, especially as you're going through things. If you're in an argument, if you're having a day that's just, or a moment that's frustrating, this will tip upside down out of balance, and when this does, you're not taking the time to hear or learn new perspectives. I get that, so just be aware of it, because you can get a lot further. I'm getting the hit. Happy family card. If you can try to stay in balance to where you can hear the other person, and even if you know that you're right, just to be able to hear them, because it says choose your battles. Is it so important to absolutely be right in that moment for that reason? Or is it something that most people might forget the next day because it's a little thing that's bugging you? All right. And in the end, though, it has joy, it has connection. This is the Coven card, so your group of people, your loved ones, this is where you connect and you find celebration. So the end is really good. The getting there is a growth along the way. All right, so I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it helped you through the month of October, and can't wait to see you in November. Have a good one.